Howdy there, folks. Welcome to Doug Mount Customs. I've got a video for you today talking about Pattos laser decals. I also want to show you this DiBenedetto Master Tools Menards, and also want to show you, we'll start up front here, and I'll show you how I film with my hands right here on this front. Okay, so let's take a look here. So right here, I've got this little tripod, as you can see. Well, maybe not so little. But what I do is I set this baby up like this, and I put it just like so. And that's how I mount it, right here on this screw. And I just show it just like that. So let me get the camera mounted on here, and I'll show you what I'm working with, and we'll talk a little bit about Pattos laser decals. Alrighty then. As you can see, I've mounted the camera here, and this is my little baby tripod. This is my little baby guy. And so how this guy works is I set him right up there. I set him, well, let me see if I can get this just right. So I put that guy right there, and that's my angle. Well, actually it's more like this, right? That's my angle coming down here. When I start off the videos, you guys can see my face and my torso basically. I just put it up there, and that seems to be a good spot to bring it down. I was thinking about getting a light, one of those circle lights, and maybe putting it here, and that might help with a little bit better lighting when I'm in view of the camera. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm all about being frugal, and spending more money on that kind of thing is not my favorite thing to do. So but as my channel grows, and thank you to all you guys that have been subscribing. My new subscribers, I'm up to, last I checked, was like 625, which is just amazing. And so just wonderful to have you guys join the channel and subscribe and like the videos that I've been putting up. Just humbled and grateful, and also I'm encouraged, right, to do more videos and to show you guys a little bit more content of what I do with my custom 164 diecast hobby. So I wanted to talk about Pattos decals, laser decals specifically, and I'm working this Master Tools, it's MasterForce Tools, DiBenedetto car, and as you can see, this is coming out really nice. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. So these are Pattos laser decals, and they're definitely different than his silk ink decals. And so I've painted the car green, as you can see. I removed the green background from the decals when I ordered them, and so far so good. I'm real happy with how this is laying. The Menards lays nice as I cut little slits in between the letters so that it folds over the fender well nicely. And all in all, very happy with how this is turning out. And but I've really done the easy parts first, to be honest. I've told you guys I'm not looking forward to painting this spoiler. There's my yellow spoiler decals, but inevitably they do not cover the very top and sides of the spoiler. So I'm going to have to paint it yellow. So I'm going to try to match that as best as I can, and if I can do it well, I'll paint the spoiler yellow, and I won't even use those. But I'm thinking to use them primarily because, painting a spoiler, especially if it's not black, is really hard to do. And I say that because the black paint pen is really nice. It's nice sharp tip, and the black Paint flows smoothly. It goes on smoothly. It's really easy to use. I shouldn't say really easy, but it's the easiest to use. Any other color is a nightmare, to be honest with you. The red is just thick, and it's difficult to get it to line up just nice. This isn't as bad, though, as trying to do something if you had to paint a spoiler white. Yuck. Silver, any other color, blue or yellow, is not easy, because I don't think they make a paint pen with that color, that shade of yellow, and especially a paint pen with a nice flat tip. So anyways, I'm not looking forward to painting it. If I have to paint yellow, I'll probably use a brush, and you know, as steady as I think my hand is, it's not that good. So I will do the best I can at the end of the day, and we'll see what happens. I also haven't done the front of this car yet, and I may have to pre-paint this yellow down across here. I've got to double check the pictures to make sure, but you can see this is the front decal, and it's yellow on the bottom, but it's not going to be enough of the decal to cover this lower valence all the way across here. So inevitably, I'm either going to have to paint it black or paint it yellow. So I've got that to do. Just kind of saving that for last. And for whatever reason, Patto had these little squares and rectangles of white decals just mixed in with the decal set. I didn't use them. I'm not sure what exactly they're for. Maybe as a background to give a little bit more depth of a deeper white across the front here, but I decided not to use it because I think it's turned out fairly well so far. But this set of decals, Patto's laser decals, are really nice. They're really nice. Let's get some of these on here, and I'll show you what they look like, okay? I'm going to start with this big one here. And I've learned I kind of wet my finger first, and then I can slide the decal off of the paper there, the backing, and then it moves. Okay, and because it's a little dry here, just get my fingers wet, and this isn't really sliding, so just give it a minute. The water will get behind there a little bit more, and then I can slide this around. Definitely have to be careful with the laser decals because they seem to be a thinner decal, and they rip relatively easily, so you really have to handle them with a lot of care. They're not as durable as his Silk Ink decals. So I sized it up, you know, guys, before I put it on, and you can see where I trimmed a little bit there, and yeah, so get this to turn on there. And you saw how I, you know, added some water on my fingers there to move it around. That's just another reason why I love water slide decals. If these were stickers, that it would be such a pain to try to lay them on perfectly in the right spot and everything. Moving them around is a lot more difficult. So now that I got it pretty much in place, I want to get this up here, and then I want to make sure that I got no seam there. I got a little tiny seam. I'll just bring this guy up here and close that gap. And what I've got here is, I don't mind a little overlap. Yeah, just like that. Because I'm going to get that headlight decal, and that'll cover any little seam. I can butt it right up against there, and that'll protect that little area there. Hey, I wanted to shout out to my brother. If you've seen Gordon Mount comment on my videos of late, yeah, he's been watching a few of my videos lately and throwing in his 2 cents, so I find that interesting. He is my older brother, and one that I look up to heavily. So, be kind, please, to my brother. And also wanted to shout out to Mr. Dave Shank, if he's watching videos, an old friend and really an old friend of my brother's to high school days, and become a friend of mine as well. And so yeah, seen a couple comments from him lately. And Dave, hope your golf swing is doing well, and hope your family's doing well. All right, so you guys can see this is looking really. I really like this paint scheme. This is really turning out nice. I'm very happy with this so far. Not sure it's a perfect match of the green, but yeah, I'm liking the paint scheme. Liking that paint scheme. All right, so let's get this in place here. I'm speaking a little bit softer. We have family over. They're upstairs. We just got done eating, and just trying to keep my voice down a little bit to not disturb them or bring any attention to myself. I don't mind. I shouldn't say what I mean. I don't mind. I like having family over, but every once in a while, they're watching TV or visiting or whatever, and so I get a little break and come down here into the basement. Move along my customs just a little bit. Come on, why don't you want to get up here? Boy, this guy is really not wanting to leave that backing. There you go. Operator error. So this set of laser decals from Pattos, I've said it before, you can see it's pretty sharp. Pretty sharp. And let's get this in. MasterForce tools right along the bottom here. My wife made a peanut butter pie for Easter. Oh my gosh. I about fell into a food coma after I ate a piece of that. That was absolutely delicious. My wife doesn't cook all the time, but when she does, holy cow. She knows what she's doing in the kitchen. Alright, let me show you what I did with the Menards decal. Because I know it's going to need to fold over, right, this little ridge, and it's almost like a 90-degree fold. You see that? What I do is I cut little slits. Like I cut a slit here. I cut slits between the letters so that it can fold nice and easy. So when I lay this down, if I can grab it, why is it gotta be a pain in the butt? Alright, so watch this. Well, maybe. Alright, so bring it across here. Okay. And then once I get it in place here, then I start, folding it over. You see that? And since I've got slits between just about all the letters, it can fold nice and neat. And it doesn't, it doesn't bunch up between the letters, and it just folds nicely down. If I left it without cutting those slits in there, I found it'll have little creases in it, like little ridges in between the letters, because the decal isn't folding over on itself very nicely. So, anyways, that's what I do when I have the opportunity, so that it conforms nicely in that area. Maybe I'm a little bit too far to the left, but I'm not too unhappy with that. It's funny, you rarely see cars with this view, right? You don't normally see this right side of the car in pictures and even on camera. You're always seeing this side. Of course, unless you're on a road course. Yeah, you can see how that folded over nicely. And that folded over nicely. Yeah. So that's how that's going. But this is a good example of the laser sharp decals from Pattos. Unfortunately, let me show you a bad example. So I ordered this 2015 American Heritage M&Ms number 18. I just want to point out a couple things. You see the Stanley there? When I put the Stanley on, it kind of broke apart. Some of the decal, the printing, came off. There's a little splotch between the S and the T and top part of the Y there. Just didn't turn out well. It kind of broke apart on me. Same thing on this Stanley. See that? And then right here on the M&M, this guy, this red broke apart here. So this red is missing now. And then right here, you see this red kind of broke apart there. See the roof here, or the hood here? This black kind of split apart, cracked, broke apart there. And look at the nose. The nose just did not do well. So along the bottom here, this all cracked off. And then on the grill here, you can see, so normally what I do is I cut little slits here and here so that this goes in nicely. but you can see the black just broke off. See that green showing through? There's green showing through over here. Not happy at all with the way this turned out. I'm going to try my best to kind of make it right. But this particular decal set, the laser sharp, did not do well. Doing this 2016, this was another laser sharp decals. Got a couple coats of sealer on it. This turned out well. I didn't really have any problems. And I did the same thing on the front. I cut slits in here. And as you can see, the black ink didn't break apart, or, I didn't really have any problems there. See that? So I don't quite understand why that one didn't do so well. The only thing, I'm looking here a little closer, right? So you got a little bit of the cracking right here on this red M&M right there above the interstate batteries. See that? And just a little bit right there. I'm looking for the perfect die cast, and I can't make the perfect die cast if I have decals that are going to crack and split like that. You can see the Stanley again. So the Stanley, see that? Right above the LEY, the black is kind of falling off. This Stanley held up well. So it's kind of hit or miss. I mean, I've got a couple good ones, and I've made some good ones with the laser decals. But I've got a couple that are less than ideal. So, like I said, mixed results. I'm going to tell Patto the next time I order, I'm going to be ordering the silk ink decals, because I just want to use those. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think. You've ordered Patto's laser sharp decals or his silk ink decals. Let me know how your experience is with them. I hope they're good, and you're being able to make the best customs that you can with them. So, let me know what you think of this. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I really like that green. It's pretty sharp. I like how this goes. I'll get this nose on. I'll figure out what I'm going to do down here at the bottom, and then we'll work on that spoiler. That should be interesting. So, hey guys, hope you have a blessed night. Appreciate you watching, and if you haven't yet subscribed or liked this video, give it a thumbs up and drop me a sub, and hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day. Talk to you soon.